Well, first, let's start off. Eric finally, well, not just Eric, one of you guys finally checked out Tom Brady's card vault in Wrigley. And Eric, you went there. So I want to start off with just how was the shop, man?
It was kind of small, but that's to be expected in the neighborhood it's in. There was maybe two individual, like standalone case things. One had singles raw and one had slabs. And one side this way was Pokemon and the other side was sports. Then they had wax in cases around the perimeter of the store.
Okay.
And then more wax behind the counter. So, which was on the east side of the store. So yeah, it was good. It was cool. They had like a decent little selection. Felt like some of their box prices were crazy expensive, or I have just no idea how much things are anymore. So
They probably were overpriced.
like they were like, I think like SpongeBob Sapphire was like $8.50, and I was like, oh Jesus, like who is fucking like,
My God.
who's spending this money on that? Like
$8.50 for a SpongeBob
it was,
Sapphire.
I should have taken pictures. I was like, these seem incredibly high.
Yeah, that's weird. So would you say it's primarily or predominantly wax versus actually like being able to buy singles in the shop?
Yeah, there's probably more of that.
I don't like
Then
that.
in the back, they have like a little where they would do their like ripping, I guess, you know?
That's a
Did
good
you go
question.
into the actual vault?
Yeah, it was weird. It was really small. They had the Pokemon trainer's den back there, which was just like a very small room with two Gengar plush chair things, and nobody was in
Oh.
there. And I was like,
Yikes.
okay.
Were there a lot of people in the shop?
No, maybe there was like 5 or 6. We were killing time until the DraftKings place was opened.
Nice.
Or,
Damn.
yeah, then, yeah. But it was nice, you know, it was fine, whatever.
Jason, your question made me think of another question. Would you rather have the shop have more singles or more wax?
Honestly, I would rather see a shop have more singles than wax. Because I mean, like Eric was saying, if I walk into a shop and the wax prices are like ridiculously expensive and there's hardly any singles to buy from, well, guess what? I'm turning around, I'm walking away. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Like, I feel as if you're probably going to get more people who are going to spend time looking at cards, and going through the showcases and doing that, comping cards that are in there versus, hey, I came in here looking for this box of Bowman Draft. Oh shit, they're selling that for $200 more than this other shop. Well, I'm not going to get it, and I'm going to turn around, I'm going to leave. You know what I mean? So I would much rather see a shop focus a little bit more on singles, even though I'm sure the bulk of their profits probably come from wax, though. But that's just me. So
Yeah, it was fucking crazy expensive. But it looked like they only had like 1 or 2 of everything. So
in
that
the
was maybe,
boxes,
yeah. Like another, I think like the Disney Chrome Sapphire. So I was like looking at like the fancy ones. I think
yeah,
that was like almost $1,000. So I'm like, Jesus, like you can't spend that money.
Damn.
that's crazy. Well, what do you think, John? What would you rather a shop have?
I guess I agree with you. I think singles is more important to me. I feel like it would keep me in the shop longer, which is what you said, and I think that's a really good point. But the main reason that people go to hobby shops is so that they can get wax, because it's tough to kind of find any wax in the wild or buy your own wax online without spending a pretty penny. And I'd rather support the LCS. So, and there you get to like pick your packs, which is kind of cool. Something that we don't really talk about. If I go to a hobby shop, I want to pick my own pack, kind of try to make my own luck.
What Baseline used to do for us all the time.
Exactly.
I like that Baseline did that.
Yeah, pick your pack, pick your box, decide which one you want to rip, all that. Luke, Eric, you guys have any preference?
I would say something similar. I would rather a hobby shop or card shop have more singles than wax, because if the shelves are filled with sealed product, I just feel like I'm walking into a big box store and there's no thrill of the hunt. That's half the reason why I would go to a card show or a card shop, is to do my raccooning and looking through binders and looking at a glass case full of singles. That's the most fun shopping experience I can have for cards.
Yeah,
Show
that
us
too.
show us what you picked up, because I know you sent it in the chat. You got a couple Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I picked these up on.
Japanese Pokemon collector.
Yeah, two
And
Japanese.
were those reasonably priced then?
Dude, I wasn't gonna take the time to comp it. I think together they were like $22.
Oh, I
That's
feel
not
like
bad.
So like,
that's pretty
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
I feel like any
yeah.
of the first couple expansions, Japanese or English, hollow raw for around $10.
That's where I was at. Erica's Dragonair and then the Kabutops.
Fossil, right?
Yeah, from Fossil.
I sent you guys that thing about the guy with the super collection.
Yeah, he's
of Kabuto.
funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's funny.
What
I
super
feel
collection?
the guy
He's
who
got a
just
Kabuto.
Oh, with all the Kabutos.
King Kabuto. Shout out to King Kabuto.
Man, yeah, I need to be that
That's
person
That's
but with
funny.
B drills.
Yeah, Jason, get on that shit.
That's great. You know what?
That's so funny.
Respect, mad respect to you spending like all your money on nothing but Kabuto cards, man.
Yeah.
Like
He's
that.
he's cornering the market.
You know what? And he's picking the right Pokemon, because I'm assuming those cannot be expensive at all.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
mean,
either.
that would be like, picking, I don't know, a Spearow. And just
There you
like,
go.
I want nothing but like, give me every single Spearow card printed from WOTC, and I'm gonna buy them.
First
Or even
edition,
just
too.
from base set. Whatever base set Spearow or Spearow was Spearow in base set? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me whatever Spearow base set card you got, and I'm cornering that market. I'm buying all of them.
Why not?
That's cool. I mean, hey man, that's cool to have like such a niche like that, to like, that's the only card I buy. I mean, I always thought it was weird that that Beedrill was my favorite Pokemon, and that I love
Still
collecting
weird.
Beed.
Still
Yeah,
weird.
well, it is probably very weird. You know how many times I go on eBay lives and nobody's selling Beedrill slabs? Like, nobody has, not even just slabs, just raw cards too. Nobody has Beedrill. And it upsets me every single time. Like, every single one I join right away. Any Beedrill cards? Question mark. And they go, sorry, no Beedrill cards. Click. It's like, because
Damn.
I want to be able to like come across like some cool Beedrill cards that I can add for my collection. Like, but
Man.
Feel ya.
Yeah, you're triggering more questions, though. I feel like that's another thing that we should talk about for lives, because Luke brought it up in the chat. If you're going to run an eBay live, you're going to run a Whatnot live. I feel like it's a good idea to have like tons of inventory, even the randomest thing like a Beedrill, because somebody will walk in and be like, hey, got any Beedrill? I'll walk in, say, hey, got any Vulpix? Hey, got any Squirtles? Got any Suicunes? Got any Blastoise? If they say no, you leave, which is not good.
yeah, because I mean, really, I always go Beedrills or Lycanroc. I
Nice.
go, do you have any Beedrills? If they say no, any Lycanrocs? No, sorry. I'm like, well,
Guess I gotta go.
guess I gotta go try another one. With no luck every single time.
Gotta find them.
I know.
Just keep searching.
Well, trust me, the day will come where I'll have all the Beedrill cards. Like, I will just
That's
have
gonna
every
be
single
sick.
one. I will have every single Beedrill card printed in some type of slab, in like a PSA slab or something. And I really would like to get them obviously all in like a PSA 10. That would be great. But when it comes down to like the shadowless cards, I don't know if I could buy that one in in a PSA 10. Especially because my Koga's Beedrill already came in a PSA 8. So now it's like, well, I probably shouldn't care like what the grades are as long as I have the cards. But it's cooler to have them all in 10s,
Yeah, I agree.
But I'll never be able to get those in a 10
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
without
whoa,
having
whoa.
to spend like thousands of dollars.
Do it. Worth it.
Yeah, do it.
I'd much rather spend like $80.
Yeah, do it.
Because something, a trend in our group here is, man, we love to spend money on cards, but a lot of times they just don't pan out, right? And that's
Right, Jason.
that is a perfect segue into the brand new segment that we like to call
Can't not miss.
Miss.
There you go, Eric. Eric, right on point. But before we get
It's
into any of that,
comedic.
Luke,
Play that funky music, white boy.
there you go, John. Roll the intro. So we are starting a brand new segment on this Jelly Cards podcast. We've done a lot of show and tell. We've showed a lot of cards in our own personal collections. We showed a lot of cards that we've bought for business purposes. But we want to showcase some cards that we have spent money on that have fortunately lost money. And some of them have probably lost a ton of money. And I know we can't be the only people in the hobby that have bought a card, spent a lot of money on it, and it's gone down in price. It happens. That's just the way the hobby is. So I don't know if this is going to be an every week segment for our podcast, but we'll toss it in as much as we possibly can. If you guys want, I can go first.
Yeah, go
kick
for
us
it.
off.
Yep.
I'm going to show a card. I'm sure I've already showed this card on the podcast, but it's great to show it because it has lost a lot of money. I am going to show, this is our 4 green mosaic, Caleb Williams, rookie card, and a PSA 10. Now,
Wait, that lost a lot of money? What the fuck?
Just wait. So, I bought this card for us when I was at a local card show, and I got it for $100. Now, that was back in probably maybe March or April, somewhere around there. I think that I got this card. I paid $100 for it. You would think, Bears being 8-3, Caleb's having a good season, we're the leaders of the NFC North, that the card prices, his market must be hot, right?
Right.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong for this card, because the last sold, now remember, I spent $100 on this card, last sold for his mosaic green rookie and a PSA 10, $31, baby.
My God. Damn.
Yep. $31 on an auction.
Yeah, you'd think that
For a quarterback on an 8-3 team with a division leader. And yet, 31 card.
God, then I don't want to look at his downtown. Holy shit.
And I don't get it. I don't know why people are not hyped up. Maybe it's because this is Mosaic, and I know a lot of people kind of drifted away from Mosaic, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened, but $31 last sold, and we spent
God.
$100 on it.
I think the
Awesome.
best bet is to hang on to it because
That's the plan.
if
Hang
Caleb's
on to it.
trending up, if the Bears are trending up, hopefully that 30 becomes 60. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that we make the playoffs and have a good run in the playoffs. Maybe make the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, and then
It's
there goes the
happening.
market. It's gonna happen, man.
Bears Super Bowl this season.
Offense looks great. Offense is playing well. I mean, defense was a little stinky pinky last game, but that game shouldn't have been close with Mason Rudolph at quarterback. But hey, man, 8-3, that's all that matters. We're gonna sit on this card. We're gonna let the market do its thing. Hopefully it goes back up and we can sell it for some profit. But that is our first official can't not miss card. All right.
I can go second. The card that I have here is part of my personal collection. It is a 2017 Topps Update Yohan Moncada, and then like the sub description is
Damn.
glove closed.
There
It's
you
a
go.
PSA 10. I bought into the hype when Yohan Moncada was traded to the White Sox from the Boston Red Sox for Chris Sale. I think Michael Kopech came over in that trade too. And I was just looking up Yohan Moncada's stats because I was wondering, why was I so hyped up about Moncada?
He had some good seasons.
Yeah, he did. So I'll go the last 2 seasons before he kind of fell off. So, or really it was the last season before he fell off. So it was 2019. His batting average was 315, OBP 367, and then OPS was 915. pretty good.
Damn good.
So I'm thinking he's trending up. There's a lot of hype. By all accounts, he's a good player. So I'm pretty sure I bought this in the next year at some point in the spring. And that following season, his stats were so his batting average 225, OBP 320, OPS 705. So pretty big drop off compared to the season prior. And based on what I'm seeing here for the rest of his career, he's really never recovered. He's been average at very best. And I typically, at the time I was recording all of my purchases in a spreadsheet, and I have that up here too. I spent $75.60, and today it's worth the plastic case that it is in.
Oh my
So
god.
probably nothing.
Yep.
Can't not
Not
miss.
miss. That's right. Hey, you know what though? How many Luis Robert cards did we buy into as well, man? I bought into a few
Too
of
many.
Luis. I spent $40 on one of his Topps rookie cards in a PSA 10. Bought it at Jim and Steve's when I was with John one time, and I'm pretty sure that card is like probably like $3 now.
If
I like
If that.
Robert though. I like Luis Robert. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I could go.
All
I
right,
got
go
some
ahead, Johnny.
I got plenty of embarrassing ones, but I have two out. They're the same person, so I guess I should show both.
Sure.
So I'm trying to find the price just to make sure I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure I know the prices off the top of my head. Oh dear God. Yeah, it's worse than I imagined. Okay. So I know that I got a lot of shit for both. Just in general, I always get a lot of shit, but I got a lot of shit for these purchases because it was, I think, 2023 off season, 2022 off season. When did Tom Brady officially retire? 23?
Yeah.
22. Anyway, so in the off season, I was on the hunt for quarterback cards, and I picked two quarterbacks to invest in. One of
Here
them
he comes.
was the one and only Danny Dimes, upgraded to Danny Dollars, Daniel Jones. Those turned out to be really good investments. The other investment that I decided to pursue was at the time, who I thought was going to be the starting quarterback for the Bucks, and I don't even know if he's ever started a game since. It was Kyle Trask. So,
Trash.
yep, Kyle Trask. I will show both.
Here comes the blue one. I remember the blue one.
The blue one I think Eric might have because I made it a jelly donation. So you could just sell that for maybe $1, or you could just, leave it on the street for somebody to find. First one, since we were talking about Mosaic, I bought the 2021 Mosaic Kyle Trask Genesis in a PSA 10, which is actually like a really cool card to have for Mosaic rookies.
For Mosaic, yep.
This is actually cheaper than the other one I have. I bought this for $150.
Nice.
And if I can't find any sold prices recently, so I'm gonna guess
last sold price was yours.
$150.
Yeah, probably yours.
Yeah. If I had to guess how much it's worth, I'm gonna guess like $20, maybe $25. So there's that. And then the other rookie that I bought was the 2021 Prism black and white checker.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. Bought this card PSA 10, $250.
Can't not miss.
Yeah, but the problem is,
miss.
No, that's a different one. We were pretty upfront with John about not doing that.
Yeah.
That's because you like to not miss.
Yeah, we tried telling you a lot about Kyle Trask. But you know what, though? In your defense, though, Baker has not been looking too good.
Better be careful, Baker.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it could be a matter of time before Kyle Trask maybe takes over on the Bucks, but
it's not going to happen. But yeah, so total investment on those cards is like $400. Nice. Currently worth maybe $40.
$40.
$4. Yeah, to be honest. Can't not miss.
All right, Eric, what you got? P-Dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I definitely got this raw and then graded it to PSA 9 hot signature rookies. I don't think there's not a comp for this. It's essentially you just shoot it with a gun. It's like a
Use it
clay
as a
pigeon now.
coaster.
Yeah, use it as a coaster.
It's a good one.
Damn.
So, not
Throw it
good.
into one of those like value slab bins for $2 a slab.
Yeah, that's honestly these are well, except for I mean, I guess there's still some upside. P-Dub still plays, which is good. He gets
Sure.
time for the Bulls. So
Yep.
I mean,
For the Bulls, yeah. For the Bulls, yeah, very good.
the Bulls are playing well. I mean, they're not a
Yeah.
bad team this year.
Yeah.
They got some good players. Man, John, did you ever sell that Vukovic 101?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, did you ever sell that?
Yeah, I think I sold
Vu-
that.
$50,
Man, something like that.
He's having a good season. He's having actually a really good season. I still can't believe you hit that 101 of his.
Yeah, me
that
either.
was awesome.
That was
That's your
awesome.
second one of one.
That is your second.
Yeah.
One.
I haven't pulled a single one of one
I think
ever.
I got 3
You have
total.
the Umbreon.
That's not a one of one though.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
like the ultimate chase of,
I would
of
trade
like
you.
Pokemon cards right now, man.
Yeah.
I have Aaron Rowan cards, okay? Like I'm not pulling shit over
Okay,
here,
relax.
I got
Okay,
Kyle Trask cards. There's probably more inside these boxes.
but you're not. Yeah,
I wish I still had, but I sold it and it got shipped out. I wish I still had that Trey Young rookie card that I bought. That was back obviously in 2020.
Ice
We
Tray.
went to Jim and Steve. I think that was one of the first or maybe second time, John, we went to Jim and Steve's and bought his rated rookie Donruss Optic raw. Spent 40, sent it out and got it graded. I knew it was going to come back a 9. But here's the thing about 9s. 9s were selling for like 80 something dollars. So I'm like, okay, even if it comes back a 9, I'll still be able to profit off this card. That's when PSA got flooded. It took a year for the card to get back for a 45-day service. And so then my total investment in it was $56. Card tanked in price. And I sold it for 99 cents on an auction.
Dear God.
99 cents. A card that I spent $56 on, total investment, and it had one bid for 99 cents.
That's effed. That's
It was,
messed up.
dude, that was rough. I thought
Yeah.
it was just going to go unsold. I'm like, oh, it didn't even have a watcher. Like, so I was like, this card's going to it's just not going to sell. I'll just relist it, whatever. Because, I mean, granted, some of them were like only selling for like $6, like maybe at most like 99 cents, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, Jason, maybe next time list it by now.
Like,
Yeah,
holy
maybe
shit.
protect yourself a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Even, dude, Alonzo Ball rookie sold for more than that. I sold an SGC 10 Lonzo Ball rookie that sold for $7. You're telling me Trey Young can only sell for 99 cents? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Damn, man.
Yeah, man, it was rough. It was rough sales. And they were just sitting in my box, and I'm like, okay, fine, like whatever. I'll just toss these out.
What do we say?
We say can't not
Not
miss.
miss.
All right. What a segment. What a way to start off the new segment on the podcast, man.
Miss.
Sooner or later, it's gonna be can't miss.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
just can't miss, man. We're just hitting on all cylinders. But I do want to move into the main topic of conversation because I'm sure this is going to probably take a majority of our time. But if anybody has seen in the hobby, there's been a lot of news going on about Probstein, about his new platform Snype, basically how that just fell flat on his ass. I mean, it was that whole thing. I don't know if you guys have read any articles about it or anything like that, but holy crap, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
Absolute disaster of a launch. And now it's been announced that he's going right back to eBay.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Crawling
That
right
is
back to eBay.
here's the thing to me. How do you as a buyer or a seller now, how do you trust him? How do you trust Probstein and his company now? Like,
I trust him fine.
What do you mean?
I mean, his
Yeah,
website. I mean, he didn't know how to code a website. That has nothing to do with his inability to sell cards.
So you would still sell with him then? Like, because I feel as if a lot of people have to be, kind of put off by it.
It definitely hurts his reputation, but I'm mostly with Eric. As long as I've never bought from Probstein, but I would imagine that if you're a longtime customer and the product is trustworthy, then you can go back to them.
Well, see, there's a lot of speculation in his Snipe that it's not trustworthy. And
Right.
I've been seeing a lot, John and I know John, you've consigned with Probstein a lot with a lot of your cards and never had an issue with any of your listings, right?
Nope.
I
Always.
always thought Probstein was a great company. I bought a lot of their listings. I've obviously never used them, but I mean, the process was always positive for me. Kind of sounds like it's not the same mindset people have in relationship to Probstein. Like a lot of people kind of look at him being an untrustworthy person in this hobby, which was very shocking to me. Um, but so I'm just real quick. So he got away from eBay. So Probstein was like the number one seller on eBay for sports cards. He got away from eBay. He starts his own platform called Snipe. I think he had like 20,000 listings, I think, right away once that site launched. And then next thing you know, they put up you open up the app, it says on there, site's down, we're having technical issues. Apparently what was happening is that the button that you could use to snipe a card, which means like you're trying to win a card in the last couple seconds or last couple minutes of a bid, it was just ending the auctions. You were clicking snipe and it just ended the auctions right there.
Horrible.
Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, I was getting this all from the website Collect from one of their articles. So it said the main feature Snipe, which was a last second bid, made auctions end early no matter how much time was left on the auction. They also said that other auctions, certain bidding features wouldn't work. Rick Probstein, he stated that basically all the auctions were canceled and that once they got the site up and running, they were going to relist all the cards. Anybody who actually won an auction, they refunded all of that. And then he was basically kind of saying like, "Oh, I think we've been hacked."
Hmm.
That was basically his reasoning as to why the site went down. But some people,
That's weird.
yes, some people did say that allegedly Snipe customer data might have been compromised slash publicly exposed. Somebody said that listing slash bidder info was accessible without having to have an actual login credentials. So you'd even need to like actually download the app or have a username and password. People were just able to go right on there and see everything that's happening on this website. And then also, of course, there's a lot of concerns with shill bidding because when all that data and stuff got leaked and people saw it, they were linking some of those like fake accounts. They saw fake accounts on there and they were linking them to Probstein himself and his own personal email address. So
Sick.
Yes.
that was kind of the elevator pitch. I would like to get your guys' opinion as to John, we'll start with you, because you are the one that has actually dealt with Probstein before. You've consigned cards with him. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about it?
I feel bad. It sucks. I sent you guys the screenshot, and I agree with the person who posted it. Just right away, once you went to Snipe, went to the app, went to the website, you could tell right away that it was not like well prepared. It was not well made, not readily functionable. So kind of saw it coming. And after everything that's come out, I think that last thing that you touched on is going to be the main argument for why people are just gonna quote unquote boycott Probstein, is because it wasn't even like a hack. It's just like a, I guess, beginner slash amateur, maybe moderate IT level understanding. People realized that a lot of information was easily accessible, including bidder information, address, date of birth, all this kind of stuff you could find just using like a regular quote unquote backdoor to the website. And not only that, but the biggest concern is the shill bidding. People found that almost every single listing, which included over 20,000 listings, had a bid from somebody called Honey Bunny,
Honey
and
Bunny, yep.
Honey bunny.
that to Probstein's personal account. So they were essentially bidding up every single listing on their website to promote their site as being heavy traffic, like something you can trust in the hobby that we're going to sell your cards for the right price, et cetera, et cetera. So
Okay, if that's the evidence that's out there, then I take back
Yeah.
what I said
exactly, yeah,
before.
I wanted to
Not
get
as
that out there.
trustworthy as
Yeah,
I thought.
but
Yeah,
in your
wow,
guys'
this guy's
defense,
dumb.
in your guys' defense for
This
eBay,
guy's just dumb.
for eBay
Obviously, this
purposes,
is all alleged.
yeah,
It's all
Yeah,
alleged
allegedly
information.
dumb.
but Probstein hasn't really talked about it
Hold
at all.
on, is that shill bidding account allegedly linked to Probstein?
I don't know if it actually if any of that has
Like, yeah, I don't have
surfaced, whereas somebody has taken a screenshot and said, "Hey,
right,
look at this." But people are just saying, "Oh, I saw it in this," and then, "Oh, this has been
right,
linked to," because
Okay.
they said that Honey Bunny account placed over 11,000 bids on the first inaugural auction.
Are you sure that wasn't John?
Yeah, probably.
yo, man,
The guy loves cards.
there was a time that I went through and I went through like at least 400 listings and I was making bids for sure. So it
Jesus.
could have been me. But yeah, man, I like what Eric said though. I don't see how you can, I mean, I shouldn't say that. You could absolutely boycott him for this because shill bidding should be condemned. Anybody who shill bids, and especially a whole company that is shill bidding other listings, should be avoided. It's not just him though. Like Mr. Beckett and PR Ryan also came out as like exposing the shill bidding in the hobby. I mean, yeah, it all sucks. But I don't know. I'm not gonna drag Probstein through the mud and act like everybody else is innocent. So sucks. Snipe was a failure. There's plenty of we had our own speculations. I have my own speculations why he left eBay. So for him to go back, I'm curious to see how things are gonna go, especially within these next few weeks as they relist stuff. But Luke and
I think
Eric,
he was going back today.
oh damn,
Yeah.
I think he's
okay,
already back on eBay.
shit. Luke, you can go first. You said that you changed your mind. How are you? Would you buy anything from Probstein? Would you send anything for consignment through Probstein?
Well, I don't know if the accusations are just accusations or if the evidence is confirmed or whatever, but now I've never bought from Probstein, but I would back away at this point and wait until more things surface, or if nothing else does, maybe I would be inclined to buy from him. I don't know. It's weird. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
buy from him just because, like Eric said, he's dumb. How can you launch your own marketplace with a somewhat unique feature being the snipe button and it doesn't fucking work?
Exactly.
That's the It's called Snype, and you have a button to snipe auctions, and the button doesn't work. You'd think that they would test it. Hey, we're making a marketplace for trading cards and memorabilia and stuff. It's very similar to eBay. It's very similar to Proxybid in the sense that it's a live auction and we can bid for stuff. What sets us apart? Our snipe button. Should we test it? Nah.
Send it out. Okay. Eric?
I'm just more like, if you're gonna, he's dumb because he should be smart enough to know that he's dumb. You know?
Explain.
Like, dude, you can't launch a website and know you don't know how to make a website and then be like, it's all good. And then like fucking chill. And then just like the whole thing just fucking falls apart. Like, dumb. Like,
In a
that's
matter of
dumb.
weeks.
Yeah.
Right. You
This is
should.
not like this. This
I thought
just
it was like
started in
a week.
November.
Didn't you guys like we were texting about it like a week ago, right? Or
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm off on my dates.
No,
He, like,
it was the
left.
beginning of November, I think.
Yeah, he left eBay like the beginning of October, and then he launched in the beginning of November.
Okay, so it's been about 3 weeks.
Still, that's terrible.
I can't believe unless the problems are irreconcilable, I don't know, but it seems very quick to jump ship like that.
Right. That's okay. Good
Like
point.
I'm trying to think through this. Like let's say okay, he was too early on his marketplace go live date. Let's say he pushed that back until now. Maybe he would have fixed the problem. Why does he have to jump ship and go to eBay
My
when maybe he
thing,
needs
yeah.
a few more weeks? And if it's not a few more weeks, is it a few more months? And if it's not a few months, because a few months seems still like something you can bite off and chew and work through. I don't know. I'm just sort of talking freely here. But if it's more than that, if he needs more time to set up a marketplace that's functioning, what the fuck were you thinking?
That's what I mean. Like, that's
Like,
what I mean.
if we asked him, "Hey, Mr. Probstein, how
What?
much more time do you need for this to work?" And if he said like 2 months and he's jumping ship to eBay, dumb, because he could really change the game by making his own marketplace. And then if it's less than that, even more dumb. And if it's more than that, then you're dumb because why the fuck did you launch so early? It doesn't, like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
Jason go. I want
it's
to hear Jason's
yeah.
thoughts.
Well, my thing is
Exactly.
like, and like Luke said, I mean, everything about Snipe, and I told you guys, I was like, hey, we need to sell on Snipe. Like, let's get into their affiliate marketing. Like, wouldn't it be great to
Days later,
start?
just
Yeah,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be great to
Nope.
start with a company that just is
Classic
launching? Like,
jelly idea.
Probstein's a big name in the hobby. Like,
totally
they're a
agree.
big,
Like when you see
yeah.
those eBay accounts out there that's like
They
member
sold
since
like over like a
1990.
what $1 billion in
Almost.
sales on
Yeah,
eBay or
or
some
just
crap.
seeing the history of an
Yeah.
account, like member since 99, member since 2001. I even with not a lot of reviews or sales, but still active, I think, wow, this person's been around for a long time. They must be reputable. So
Yeah,
yeah, Jason, agreed.
everything about his platform was looking as if this was gonna be a great thing for the hobby, and it was going to be a competitor against eBay. Clearly, we just assumed that they must have had a falling out with whatever contract that they had with eBay, and that, "Hey, we're gonna go and do this." I would have assumed this would have been something in the works for a really long
Right.
time
Yes.
that, hey, if you're setting a date to launch a platform and such an interactive platform where buttons need to work, like you need to be able to click and use buttons, like that you would have taken the time to, yes, test everything to make sure everything's working. Because
Apparently not. Apparently it wasn't in the works for a long time. He probably got pissed one day, early October, and was like, eBay, deuces. I'm gonna make my own shit. And at that point, he had zero plan. It was just him. A month
Firefest.
later, he Firefest.
I'm
Yeah.
honestly
A
like
month
it's kind
later,
of
he tries to
almost
launch his own marketplace in the span of well, there it is. Like in 1 month, he tried to launch his own marketplace for auctions. Dumb.
and the fact, and here's the thing too, the
Yeah.
fact that the
Dumb.
site was down for so long, like it wasn't like, oh, hey, we're having technical issues, and then it was down for a day and they brought it back up. It went down and never came back. So I'm sitting back going, shit, like
Mhm.
something clearly happened that was really major. You can't, like, there's no going back from it. Like, you can't go back. You can't relaunch the site because you're probably looking going, shit. Well, if it's true that everyone's data just got leaked, whoops, sorry. Like, my bad. You know, people were like, all these people. And then here's the thing, too. Don't get me, when he left eBay, did you hear like any stories about when they left eBay? There were orders that were still like, there were auctions that were
Processing.
still live and processing. They left eBay, canceled everything, sent all these emails out to all these buyers and said, "Hey, your order's canceled." They're like,
My
"What the
God.
fuck?"
See?
Okay, what I
And
said
that's again
couple minutes
allegedly
ago
maybe,
about him
but
just getting pissed one day, that actually happened.
Yeah, must have.
He woke up on the wrong side of the bed and it was like,
yep.
fuck eBay.
Yeah.
Like people I was reading, it said on final day on eBay, orders were canceled and bidders received emails stating seller canceled order due to, and it either said item is out of
Due
stock or
to
like item is not like,
Available right now.
available anymore.
due to being a pissy pants.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn, you just
Due to I'm
hey,
mad.
I'm out of here. And you probably took all those listings and then just put them on
Right.
Snipe. We had one, and I'll tell you,
Yeah.
when I listed our card on Snipe, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm doing this shit right. There is no info whatsoever about how to list the
That's what
card,
everybody
how
at Probstein
shipping
was
is.
saying when they were making this website. I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Like, how do you ship the card? What are you supposed to like? How are you supposed to do this? And also, too, he was like, he was gonna give buyers like a 30-day window to pay for cards that they won because if you have the same buyer that's winning a bunch of listings, well, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to, ship them all out at once. So we're giving you a 30-day window to
This
pay
is like
for
the
cards.
class president in high school that promises cake and cookies to the students every day.
It was, you know what? It was everything
Dumb.
about it that he was saying sounded great.
You know
And
what, Mr. Probstein? You
You're
are
dumb.
cordially invited to join the Jelly Cards podcast, and you will be a special feature on Can't Not Miss.
Oh my God.
damn.
What if
Rough.
we actually got him on? I would actually love to hear his side of the
Well,
story,
I
because
would
that's
love to
another
hear. Yeah.
issue that people are having, myself
I would
included.
totally walk back everything I just said.
No, don't do that. It's good. I mean,
He probably has some good explanations, and I'll just be
But-
like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I'm
Sorry,
assuming he
if-
probably does have some reasons, but
I don't think so.
issue with the site being down for
I
so
think he's
long.
pretty dumb.
Oh my God. The site being down, no statement for multiple days, even
Yeah,
after
I
all this
think
shit
he's
came
dumb.
out. All right. He could be very dumb. Or like, to answer the argument, like, hey, how much time do you need to get it back up? He probably has a lot of pressure from people who are consigning stuff. Like, I need this stuff listed now.
His own pressure that he built himself.
Yeah, exactly. What's he supposed to do?
I mean,
That's-
I don't think it's dumb like the route that he took, but clearly, like to make your own platform's not dumb. I mean, hey, like it's
not
you're
at
trying
all.
to be you're trying to be innovative. You're trying to do something like to be a competitor against eBay. That sounded smart to me. He was
Yeah.
giving people affiliate marketing. He was going to pay you to send referral
What's
links,
the-
and if you were buying, like it wasn't dumb. It was just very poorly executed.
Yes.
And you'd shot yourself.
So
in
what
the
is
foot.
that? What does that make him?
You're gonna get on a
I'm
boat with
dumb.
Kendall Jenner at the Firefest.
I mean,
I'm dumb. I know it when I see it.
I don't want to call him dumb because I don't know like the actual details. Like this,
That's fair.
obviously it was really bad. Everything that happened was terrible. This entire platform just like
It just doesn't.
went up in flames.
I mean,
Doesn't
if I
add
have to, we're drawing a line in the sand, and you're on the giving him excuses side, or you're on the he's dumb side.
Giving him
I'm
the
on the-
benefit of the doubt, innocent
Sure,
until
whatever
proven
that
guilty.
fucking side is, I'm not on it. I'm on the he's dumb side, because just thinking it through, it makes no sense that he tries to start this own marketplace and jumps ship couple weeks later, like it never happened.
Right. That's
Yep.
The
yeah,
worst part
that's the
about it
biggest
is the
issue.
fact
Yeah,
that he's going
exactly.
back to eBay. Like that is the worst part
Immediately.
about it. Like
Yeah.
not even explanation as to this is what happened. You just leave it up to technical failures, and then you announce that you have a new deal with eBay and you're going back to eBay and you're already on eBay.
What if he just tweeted, "Oops"?
It's freaking.
And then
It's-
his eBay store link.
Yep.
It's
It is the
fucking-
Fire Festival where they dipped on all the people left on the
Yes.
island. And we're all sitting here going like, well, what's wrong with our auctions? And we're left on the island now, and they're on the plane going.
It's when Costanza loses his mind on his boss and gets fired, and then he just comes back the next day like it didn't happen. It's literally it's what is going on.
So how do you guys feel about him now being back on eBay? Like,
I see,
I mean,
like,
It's
he shouldn't have
embarrassing.
left.
He's dumb. It's embarrassing.
Like he shouldn't have left.
I'm just talking shit.
why do you think he left? I gave my reason in the chat. Jason kind of said it already, but I think he left because he had a deal with eBay. eBay was like, yo, this deal's done. And he was like Luke saying, he got pissed. He's like, okay, fine. Then I'm leaving. Then he's like, I'm
And
going
they
to launch
called
this
his fucking
website.
bluff.
PWCC did the
bingo.
same thing.
But PWCC obviously was way better prepared. Like Luke was saying, if you're going to, this is not something you can do on a whim. This needs to be like, I'm going to keep listing stuff on eBay for a year. In that entire year, we need to set up our platform because the day of reckoning is coming. And obviously they were not prepared. And
Nope.
now they're crawling
He's
back. to
probably
eBay.
like, this eBay shit, I could do it. This
Yeah.
shit's easy.
Yeah, he
Yep.
probably did. He probably did think that.
I'll have it up by next month.
Yeah, hired a team of schmoes, and they're just like, yeah, man, we don't know. And he's like, well, you better.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
I think the allegations of him actually, if the data that was leaked is correct, and he was like bidding up his own auctions, like that's some serious shit. Because I don't like you guys said, like, oh, people will probably still, follow him back over to eBay. They're still gonna use him. He still has a loyal following. But the shill bidding in the hobby, like you were saying, John, has been getting like really bad. And feel like a lot of people are just very open about like, yeah, we shill bid. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, yeah, I used to shill bid all the time. And listen, it's something that you're just never gonna get away from. Like, it's something that's never gonna stop happening in the hobby. Like, that's the reason why PWCC left eBay. eBay accused them of shill bidding on eBay and then kicked them off. And PWCC was like, well, screw you anyway, which we were gonna leave regardless.
And you're telling me that everybody who has a card in the PSA vault or has a card with DC Sports has never
You're
bid on
telling
their
me
own
right
card?
now there's no shill bidding going on at Golden?
Bingo.
Like,
Thank
come
you.
on, you know? Or
Exactly.
Heritage auctions, like, we all know Fanatics Collect just got caught with it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And where are the repercussions for that? Are we going to all boycott Fanatics now?
No, because
Not
they're
a
gonna sit
chance.
back and go, "Oh, well, we didn't know that they were
Yeah.
shill bidding. That's on them." So,
Hey,
bad you, you know?
speaking of boycotting Fanatics or Probstein or whatever, these big
Dumb idiots.
sellers on eBay and other platforms, I've never bought from any of them because I assume I'm going to pay higher prices because they're what people think are reputable sellers.
Yes, correct.
I've never bought from any of them.
However, they are the ones who are going to have like cars that you won't find anywhere else. And that's where it's like, what are you supposed to do? Same goes for Probstein, by the way.
I I've bought a lot from Probstein, if you look at Probstein's sold prices, a lot of times Probstein had higher sold prices or the highest sold price on eBay for a certain card.
And I don't think that it's Probstein shill bidding the eBay listings. I mean, I can't prove that, but I don't think he's going through all the freaking eBay listings that he
They're
has
probably
up.
the own consigner. It's probably you
Right.
who's consigning your card is bidding up your own card.
Yeah, yeah. But
And the
again,
whole point of Snipe too is like he said it too. Like with his like super bidders was something he was doing where they were basically like you were vetted buyers. So you were able to get access to cards that, not just like the normal average Joe can have access to. You were a trusted person in the hobby. He was trying to combat those people who aren't buying cards. So that must have been something because he talked about it. I listened to an interview about it. He talked about it. So that was probably something he was dealing with on eBay too, where people were just not buying and paying for stuff. But I mean, yeah, your snipe button, and now it just
come on,
ended an
man.
auction. I wonder what was going on, like in the
Yeah.
office or the room. They were probably all excited, like, "Oh my god, like our first auctions are about to end. Shit, how did that one just end? Oh shit!" And then just boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Boom, boom,
boom.
boom,
They're
boom.
just all
All the
fucking going.
screams. Yeah, that's funny. That's
Somebody put
awesome.
the site down.
Yeah. Damn, man. I had a thought. No, it's gone. I agree, Jason. I don't know. It's just, it's dumb. It's very dumb to think that like you're gonna compete with number one competitor essentially in all of cards, and first listings are all destroyed, wasted, and now you go crawling back to eBay.
I mean, that's what it looks like. You went crawling back to eBay.
And eBay took them with open arms because they print money for them. So
eBay was sitting back going, sure, go have
Yeah.
your fun.
Come
You'll be
on back.
Come on. Just we'll take you back. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Is there anybody else like in the hobby that you think is going to try to do this again? Try to create their own.
Probstein.
I know
He's gonna
there's been
try to.
other companies like what was that one that Bobby Witt, Bobby Witt Jr. had like he was
He did?
collects.
Huh?
Remember I sent
But
it
yeah,
to you?
that was another. Yeah, that was one.
I don't know if that's still around or not, but I know he was like endorsing it or he had some type of partnership with Collects. I'm not sure if that's even still around, but I is it worth it? Is it worth the money that it probably takes to start a platform in order to compete against eBay?
No.
But I think PSA is gonna do it. I said that a long time ago.
I've been saying that I think it's a matter of time before PSA gets their own marketplace, and they'll obviously be better prepared
They already do.
for it, I would assume. And that they would be the only person that I can really think that would give eBay a run for their money is if you can just strictly
Why
buy slabs off of PW.
PSA isn't going to do it? Why wouldn't, if you were SGC or Beckett, start creating one? And not only list Beckett
You're
and
a
SGC
dying
slabs,
breed in the hobby.
but if you can,
SGC's like done, man.
Yeah, but they're the same thing as PSA.
yeah, they've been consumed, I guess.
Yeah, but like their numbers are terrible. Like nobody's grading with SGC anymore. Like that's another. They're like probably on the verge of going bye bye.
Yeah,
Space
what
created for GMA.
Hey, no tag. That was
tag?
space created for tag. Beckett's making a comeback according to GemRate. They're starting to grade a lot more cards, which is good for Beckett.
PSA made
Did you
their
guys?
announcement that turnaround times are longer, so now's their chance if they are
Uh-huh.
actually going to do something.
Yeah. Did you guys see eBay added? We can end on this real quick. You see eBay added that new feature in order to comp cards. That's actually pretty cool. I like that idea. If anybody doesn't know, it's a new feature on eBay where you basically can just scan the front of the card that you have and it will give you the last, I think, like 2 years worth of comps.
Oh.
So, yeah. God, can you guys wake the
Yeah,
hell up?
it's
No, man.
Jesus,
I fucking
man.
work, dude. Tired.
So am I.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
look at me, man.
Yeah, you're spry.
Wired.
Brian,
Yeah, you're a
man.
young chicken.
Young chicken.
Real quick before we finish, I wanted to give a shout out to Warlug for being on the episode last week. That was a good one. He was a great guest. No disrespect to any other guests, but I actually disrespect to all of our other guests. I think he
Jesus.
was one of the best guests that we've had on the podcast. So Warlug's up here. All the other guests way the fuck down here. Disrespect.
Jesus, what the hell's
So
happening, man?
It was a really good episode. He was way
It was
more
good,
exciting than these
yeah,
guys.
the serious part is that Warlug was an awesome guest, and we should have him on again because I had a good time listening. I'm sure I'd have even more fun being a part of the episode. So let's do it sooner than later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told him
Mr. Warlug, let's get you back on sooner than later.
today, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're recording," because he asked there because I sent him that I bought like a new camera and stuff for the podcast and everything, and I told him I was like, "Oh yeah, but unfortunately it's coming in, coming in tomorrow, but we're recording tonight." He said, "We're recording tonight? Oh, what time?"
Nice. Awesome.
And I
Awesome.
was like, "Oh, I'm like, dude, we're talking about like sports cards and stuff, man." But yeah, he keeps talking about it all the time. He was like, "Man, that was so much fun." Yeah, I know he would
Let's get him
easily
on next
jump.
month. Let's do
Yeah,
it. Warlug,
he would easily
invitation
jump
out.
on another one.
That makes
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
really
next
happy
month.
to
Let's
hear
do it.
that people
Yeah,
have fun
and
when they come on
to
the
anybody
podcast.
out there, if you guys are gamers out there, go on YouTube and subscribe to Warlug's channel. Man, his streaming's awesome. I was watching one of his Arc video lives the other day. I've never seen the game Arc Raiders, so I was like, okay, well let me watch. He was talking about it a lot on the podcast. Let me go and see. I told him today, I was like, man, that seems like the coolest game to just get a bunch of buddies together and, just go live on there and just play. All it
Yeah.
is just you're going to like different parts of like different maps and you're just looting. You're just looting for like weapons and stuff and then you're just bringing it back. But like there's other teams that are also trying to loot at the same time and then you just fight them.
Sweet.
Yeah,
them
I'd be
for your
dog
stuff.
shit at that.
I think we should
Yeah, we
start
probably all
streaming
would
at
be, but
NHL. We should all get NHL and play.
but check out his streams.
Okay, yeah,
on-
no,
yeah.
Jesus, John.
Could
no.
rage. It'd be a lot of fun.
There you go, John. All right, Johnny. We talked a lot. We talked a lot about we started our new Can't Not Miss segment. Eric talked about his time at Tom Brady's card vault. Apparently we a little rough on Probstein,
Yeah,
but
man.
we talked
Poor
about Snype auctions. So you can wrap it up, man.
Okay, wrapping it up. Thank you everybody for listening. First part of the podcast, we talked about Eric going to the new Tom Brady Vault card shop. If you're out there and you've been to the shops, let us know what you think. Then we dived into Snype. We dived into other things that are going on in the hobby. So if you have thoughts
There
on
you
any
go.
things we talked about, please reach out. We did start the new segment. I'm really excited about the new segment. I feel like we should do it every week if we can. There are tons of stories in the hobby of people making a lot of money. They buy a $500 card, flip it for $5,000, and they showcase it all around the YouTube, all the socials. But we decided that it was time to get the real life experiences out there in the hobby world and talk about all the cards that we buy that lose money. And the sad joke that is true is that every time we buy a card, it just tanks. Anytime we want to try a new thing, like join Snype, the site crashes
True.
and
Can't
ceases
not
to
miss.
exist. So we cannot not miss. And thank you, everybody, for listening and following along. If you enjoy the podcast, follow the podcast on both Apple and Spotify. If you really enjoy it, please leave us a rating. I love reading those. I love seeing them. It would mean a lot to us. Follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, @JellyCards, JELICARDS. And no matter what, if you make money, you lose money, keep spreading the love of this hobby from your friends at JellyCards.